Hey, welcome back everyone. Happy Memorial Day. I wasn't really sure what to do for Memorial Day other than just put Captain Mitchell Maverick inside the F-22 Raptor. And we're gonna fly some low flying around mountain ridges and make our way to our destination. And we're gonna do this and start from the cold. This is like a cold start. You know, I like to always do this like this. I think if you do it like this, it's a more enjoyable experience. Going through all the instruments, learning all the ins and outs, you know, how to turn the battery, how to turn the engines, how to turn the left and right engine, you know, jet engine, which is right over here. So I think if you do it like this, I think it's going to be more enjoyable experience, right? Old Man, yes, I saw the movie. I did a video on it on Friday. No spoilers. One thing I'll say about the movie is this. It's like a jet fighter porn. It's really what it is. It puts you right. It does what the second one... Here's what it does. The first movie was all about the characters, right? You get to learn who, you know, Maverick is, Mitchell, Pete Mitchell, Maverick. You get to learn about him. You get to learn about the Iceman and all these other guys, right? Goose. So the first movie was more about learning about this Top Gun school, right? U.S. Navy, which is supposed to be the top of the top, right? The best of the best. Even though everyone in the Navy says there is no such thing as the best of the best. We're all just pilots, jet fighter pilots. Some have more experience than others. Some are ranked much higher than the others. But the first movie from Tony Scott was mainly focused on the characters, building of the characters, and getting to know all these characters. And it worked, you know. It was a pop culture back in 1986, worldwide phenomenon, right? From the music to the aerial shots, and for the F-14 Tomcats, you know, people fell in love with the F-14 Tomcats because of the movie. So what Tony Scott has done, it's obviously, it's classic, you know, no one can take that away. And I don't think this movie is trying to compete with the first movie, so that's a good thing. And I really like the approach that Tom took here. He wasn't trying to compete with Tony Scott first movie, the original one. So what this movie was focused on mainly was, let's just put you right in the back seat of the F-18 Super Hornet and let us show you the noise, the vibrations, the chaos of being inside these F-18 Super Hornet doing all these maneuvers. Now, majority of pilots, you know, they're not doing these crazy maneuvers. But if you are, you know, asked to do these maneuvers, if you're asked to do certain training, then you have to go through these maneuvers. But I love the fact that they did that they put you right in the back seat of the Super Hornet, and it was amazing. I mean, at one time, even I was like breathing. When Tom was breathing, I was like catching my breath, dude. I was holding on to the seat, and I was like, shit, let me catch a breath too. It was very intense. And it is intense because you got 7 Gs pulling right, crushing right into your chest. Think about that. 7 times your body weight being crushed into your chest. Imagine how hard it is to breathe. You have to take short little air bubbles of breath, if you will. You can't take a deep breath. You can't, otherwise you're going to choke. You're going to die. So controlling your breathing. You can see that in the movie. You know, you can't. The beauty about this movie, the actors didn't have to act. Once they were in the back of that seat, they didn't have to act. They just had to remember, you know, what their line is and which camera they have to press for the IMAX, because the director couldn't do it. The second unit couldn't do it. Like, these pilots actually had to remember, while the Navy pilot up front is doing all those maneuvers, they had to remember, hey, press that button over here for that IMAX camera on the number 1, IMAX camera number 2, IMAX camera number 3. Like, they had communications, but they had to remember, while all that blood is rushing, you know, up their brain, they have to memorize all of that. Which camera number 5? 6? Okay. And then they have to act. Then they have to say the lines. This was very tough. So my hats off to the actors that they were able to pull this off. Yes, they went through a very intense training to do this, but still, my hats off to these actors, because they're actors. They're not, you know, U.S. Navy, Air Force pilots. You know, so really, what Tom did here, it was really done well. But I think that this movie, it's not competing. My whole point is this, and I don't mean to butcher this. This movie, it's not competing with the original movie. Original movie is the original movie. That's always going to be the classic, right? The original Top Gun's going to be the classic. This movie, it's really doing what the sequel should be doing. Hey, let us put you in the back seat of the F-18 Super Hornets and let us show you what it's like. At least give you some idea. Obviously, you can't feel the G's, but let us give you some idea how intense this really is. And according to all the Air Force pilots, it is intense. But once you start doing it for so many years, you get kind of used to it. And you got to remember something. This is very important. This is something that Limon, C.W. Limon talked about. He's the ex-U.S. Navy pilot. He was discharged because he had some problem with his kidneys, so they had to discharge him. But he was the F-18 Super Hornet. Before that, he was the F-16 Falcon pilot. He said, when you're into that back seat, you don't know what the Navy pilot's going to do. Like, you know, you have no idea what kind of maneuvers he's going to do. So you're really kind of at the mercy at the Navy pilot. So that's why it feels difficult for them to focus and to remember the lines. Think about it. If you are in the back seat and I'm in the front seat and I'm controlling the Super Hornet, I'm anticipating to make that left turn, to make that right turn, to make that vertical turn, right? I'm anticipating that. While you, in the back seat, you are at my mercy. You are not anticipating anything. You don't know what's going to happen. So I agree with Limon. It's really, it was tough. It was, they were like, it was a torture. That was a torture for them. And clearly you can see it in the movie that they're being tortured. Like, you know, I'm sure the guy up in the front seat, the pilot of Navy, he's probably laughing. He was probably laughing, but that was tough, you know. So yes, Tom Cruise is a pilot. He pilots a certain crafts in the movie, you know, like what was it, the P-51 or something. But obviously the Navy didn't clear him for piloting the F-18 Super Hornet. He doesn't have, you know, it's just too much liability, right? It was the right decision for the U.S. Navy not to let him pilot the F-18 Super Hornet because obviously he doesn't have enough experience to be doing all those maneuvers. And what if he passes out? What if he loses a control? Not only are you going to lose Tom Cruise, the biggest movie star, but then there goes the $80 million airplane. So the Navy did a right thing. by denying him to fly the F-18 Super Hornet. It was a liability issue, obviously. But I don't know if the Formula One is going to let him drive a Formula One. So I don't know about that. We'll see what's going to happen with that. You know, he wants to be in the next movie with a Formula One, to drive a Formula One. So I don't know. We'll see. Tom Cruise is crazy. He already got another movie coming out. The Mission Impossible, right? It's coming out next summer. That last Mission Impossible movie. What's it called? The Reckoning or something? I don't know. And then after Mission Impossible, he's going to be working on, I guess, this new racing movie, Formula One, I think. He's not going to do Days of Thunder sequel because he already done Days of Thunder NASCAR. I guess he wants to focus more on a Formula One. And we'll see how that goes. If the Formula is going to... I don't know if they're going to let him drive that Formula One, dude. Those things, they go really fast, 300 miles an hour. I mean, in very tight corners. I don't know. We'll see. So, hey, what's up, Pete? The live weather is working, yes. This is all live weather. We're in Salt Lake City International, and this is a live weather. Here, I'll show you here. There it is. Okay, so without any further ado, let's go ahead and let's cold start the F-22 Raptor. The Reckoning, yeah, that's the name of the movie. I mean, the guy is very committed, dude. I mean, say what you want about him, right? Even though I know some people don't like him because he's so cocky. He's got all that cocky energy. But you know what? He backs it up. You know what I mean? Yes, he's cocky. Yes, he's got that huge ego, right? That grin, that smile. And a lot of people are jealous of him. Even I'm jealous of him. Fuck, who isn't jealous of him, right? How could you not be jealous, right? I'm sure women are just throwing himself at him. He can have anybody he wants. And yeah, sure, you're going to get jealous of the guy. But you know what? You got to ask yourself, dude, be jealous all you want. He accomplished that in the past 30 years? Or past 40 years? Whenever he started his first movie. What was it? Taps or something? Or back in 1981 or something? Like, say what you want about the guy. In the past 40 years, you know, he accomplished what he accomplished. He, you know, he worked hard for it, and there he is now. You know what I mean? It's not like they just, here you go, you're a super movie megastar. You know, he didn't cut any corners. He didn't take any shortcuts. The guy truly worked hard and did some dangerous stunts and took some risky roles, and, you know, and the rest is history. So say what you want about him. Say what you want about Scientology and him, right? Both him and John Travolta are part of Scientology, and they live actually nearby, and they're both pilots in, I think, somewhere around Ocala, Central Florida, Ocala. That's where Tom Cruise has his big mansion next to the new Scientology. And then you got, obviously, John Travolta, who also lives nearby there. Has obviously his own, you know, airport and his own house there, mansion next to the airport. Actually, he's got the airport and the mansion right there. I don't know how many acres, like a ridiculous amount of acres. So, like, say what you want about, you know, Tom Cruise, whatever. Whether you like him, don't like him, it doesn't really matter. What the guy has accomplished. Nobody can take that away from him, you know what I mean? Hey, what's up, Brendan? How you doing, brother? How was your Memorial Day weekend? Thank you, Brandon. Yeah. Again, when I made that video about, Tom's not flying the F-18 Super Hornet, that wasn't me trying to, mock Tom or to say that the guy, whatever. I wasn't trying to take a dump on Tom and to say that the guy is full of shit, right? What I was simply saying was that the Navy will not let him fly that F-18 Super Hornet. And it's true, they didn't let him. They couldn't clear him to fly that Super Hornet. I mean, it doesn't really matter, what his status is. Yes, he has a pilot license. He's a pilot, but he doesn't have enough experience to be certified to fly those dangerous maneuvers as, let's say, someone who's a 10-year veteran or 20-year veteran, U.S. Navy pilot, right? Let's say 10-year veteran, done so many missions and everything over the seas, right? They're not gonna, of course, take that risk to put someone like Tom, which is a huge liability for the studio, for the movie, and God forbid he dies or something happens. Not to mention, when he dies, he also endangers other people. And on top of that, there goes $80 million airplane, which is what, two-thirds of what the movie is. Movie's $150 million. That airplane's $80 million. So clearly, the U.S. Navy is not going to clear him or give him the clearance to fly that F-18 Super Hornet. But that is him in the back seat, and that's tough. That's not easy. He's not acting. None of these actors are acting. They're truly feeling that pressure. All that heavy breathing, you can't act that. That's real. So what you see in the movie, you truly feel it. Like, holy shit, man. Can I catch a breath? This is tough, dude. I can't breathe. Holy fuck. Control my breathing, right? It's an ominous feeling, you know what I mean? So kudos to the actors and kudos to Tom for being able to do that. They didn't have to do that. They're big movie stars. You know what? They don't have to do that. They could have done the green screen and make some, fake F-18 model of a Super Hornet and do it on the green screen and then do some composite shots. They could have taken a cheaper route. But Tom didn't want to do that. Tom wanted to really, hey, let's make this practical. Let really people know what it's like to be in the back of these F-18 Super Hornet. They're sitting in the Viso seat. Viso is the guy who's a navigator, who's not a co-pilot, but a navigator, telling the pilot, hey, like Goose and Maverick. Like Goose is behind, Maverick is up front, and the F-14 Tomcat. So the Goose is Viso, and he's telling, Tom, hey, we're looking at the radar. We got 2 bogeys are there, blah, 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 right? So that's basically where they were sitting, in the back, All right, enough of this talk. Let's cold start this airplane, shall we? Let's start this F-22 Tomcat. All right, so first thing first, let's close the canopy. That's rule number 1. Hold on. Oh yeah, I have to turn on the battery first. I'm sorry. So the first thing you have to do, like the canopy, it's open right now. So we're gonna close the canopy. But first thing first, you have to turn on the battery. So this is the first step you have to do. You have to turn on the battery. And once you got the battery turned on, the next step, obviously, is for you to close the canopy of the F-22 Raptor, which would be over here. Hold on. Let's turn everything on, and then we'll close the canopy the last minute. Let's first do everything. Let's get all. First, we got the battery on the right side right here, so that's good. And on this side, we're gonna go ahead and turn on the fuel transfer. There we go. Okay, we got that turned on. Anti-ice. Good, good, good. That's interesting. Usually it should turn on. I hope there's not a bug. Could be a bug. Come on. Oh, that's easy. View Sonic PX701. That's easy, man. That's the projector I would recommend. 701 4K. You can watch my video. I have tons of videos on that. View Sonic PX701. Why is this not working? Hold on. Something's wrong with this. Hold on. I have to restart this. Something is not right. Like, it's not... The fuel is not going through. The fuel's supposed to be circulating to the left and to the right engine, but it's not doing it. Alright. Now it should be working. Alright, let's go. Oh, he's doing a commercial pilot? Well, that's good, man. Congratulations. Good for him. Okay, let's turn this on. Fuel transfer. Let's turn that on. Something's wrong with the battery here. Something's wrong with this. I think it's a bug, man, or something again. There we go. Got it. Got it, baby. All right, so now we can close the canopy. What do you mean, what for PC do I have? You mean like what controllers am I using? At the moment, I'm using T16000M Hottest Thrustmaster for the jet fighters. And then I also got the Velocity One flight controller for Cessnas, single prop turbo engine planes. So that's pretty much what I have, you know, Velocity One and T16000M Thrustmaster. I got those two, and they get the job done. All right, so now let's close the canopy, shall we? Why is canopy not working? The canopy should be closed. Oh my God, Microsoft. Cannot close the canopy. They won't let me do it. Oh my God. I guess we're gonna be flying like this with a canopy open. I mean, Jesus Christ. I don't understand this. Like, why can't I? I should be able to close the canopy, dude. Hold on a second. There we go. Now let me figure out the why is it that I cannot close this canopy? You see, it turned off. Something's wrong with this airplane. Or it's just a Microsoft I hope that it's not the Microsoft. I hope it's just an update. But this happens quite often, dude. This is one of the issues that always happens with a flight simulator, man. This is one of the reasons why people are not so happy with a Microsoft Flight Simulator. This is why they are leaning more towards DCS, like DCS and the X-Plane 11 or the future X-Plane 12. Because I was watching the that press conference, or whatever you call that, the ASOBO that they always have, the annual press conference. And they always keep saying that they're trying to improve, that they're trying to bring new updates with the better improvements. But I'm like, you guys been doing this for 2.5 years, and for 2.5 years, you guys are still struggling to get things to work. That's not good. It's not good for, like, I'm not like professional pilot, so it doesn't bother my ass, you know. But let's take, for example, somebody who's a professional pilot. Let's say take somebody like Justin or CW Limon, right, or Ganki, right, all these guys who are ex-pilots, jet fighter pilots. Imagine them trying to like get into a flight simulator, right? And then they're doing everything right? They're doing everything correctly, and then the airplane still doesn't work. They can't do a cold start. Guess what they're gonna say? Well, this is not a real simulator. If I'm having a difficulty trying to start an airplane that I already am familiar with and have done 10 years of flying on it, if I can't get it to run, then this is not a real simulator. This is a half-baked, still in the process of making type of a simulator. And I think this is the infuriating issue that a lot of pilots have when it comes to Microsoft Flight Simulator, you know. I think they're too ambitious for themselves. I think they're trying to do too much all at once, and clearly the end result is, as you can see right now. You see, the battery's not working now. Check this out. Look at that, nothing. Let's restart again. Now, I don't have to do a cold start. I know you're gonna say, but Mr. 4K, you don't have to do a cold start. Why don't you just start from the runway, get everything ready? Yes, but maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe I want to start cold start. Maybe I want to learn how to turn on this airplane, right? Maybe I want to learn ins and outs of the F-22 Raptor and how to turn it on, or Super Hornet, right? Because this is a simulator, right? And you would expect a simulator to let you do that. But unfortunately, that's not the case here. Let's try one more time, see if it works. If it doesn't work, then we'll just check to see if there's any updates on this F-22 Raptor. Hey, what's up, Deacon? How you doing, man? Happy Memorial Day. Oh, you've been busy? I can understand that, man. Yeah. All right. Let's try this again. Okay. All right, let's close the canopy. Hold on. I cannot close the canopy. All right, let's do this again. Hold on. Let me restart. Let me get a pushback. Let me get a pushback. And then we'll see if I can close the canopy, because I should be able to close the canopy. I don't know. It's not responding. Yeah, Sony State of Play's coming out June 2nd. I don't think I'll be able to do it because I'll be busy working. What is that, Thursday? But I'll probably do a follow-up video on it, or I'll probably talk about it on the live stream. But unfortunately, I won't be able to watch it. There's also a PlayStation Premium Tier 3 coming out next Monday. I'm excited about that, to see what they're going to include. I really hope that they include Metal Gear Solid franchise, man. That's something they gotta have. At least the first Metal Gear, they gotta have. You know what I mean? At least the first Metal Gear, I would like to see that. Okay, just give me a second here. Uno momento. Uno momento. Okay, request a pushback to the left. No, to the right. Okay. Hopefully I can close my canopy. Hopefully. I was watching the Formula One yesterday, Finally got a chance to watch the Formula One. Looks like Lewis Hamilton didn't win. It was a Monte Carlo, I believe, right? Monte Carlo, which is the toughest track there is, honestly, Monte Carlo. Oh, you never seen the Stranger Things Volume 1? Oh, good God, such a great TV show. I want to watch Obi-Wan Kenobi tonight, the TV show on the Disney Plus. I want to watch that. There's so many TV shows. Yeah, UEFA Cup. Real Madrid beat the Liverpool. That's true. That was pretty good. I saw some replays on that. That was pretty good. All right, so let's stop the pushback. Tell them it's okay. You can leave. I got it from here, Chief. I got it from here. You can take that big pushback truck. Now, let's close the canopy. I want to make sure everything's working. Hold on, let me zoom in. Make sure everything's working here. I gotta zoom in to see, because I can't see. I'm blind here. Left, right, thruster, jet 2, jet 1, left, right, okay, up, down, alright. My only problem is this. I think this is something that there's a bug with this airplane. I can't close the weapons cargo bay. You know, where they store their missiles, right? This weapon bay of the missiles, I cannot close it. Same thing with the canopy. I cannot close the canopy, and I cannot close the weapons bay. And I don't know what's going on. Maybe it needs a new update. Let's see. Now, normally I should be able to close the canopy here, right? So canopy is right over here. I should be able to close it right here. But it won't let me do it. It won't let me do it. So I'm gonna fly without I mean with the canopy open. I'm gonna fly with the canopy open and we'll see what happens. Maybe it will close down by itself, but right now I cannot close it. Okay, and I tried everything. I released the brake. The canopy will not close. It won't let me do it. Just won't let me do it. And it's very very sad that the canopy won't close. Okay, let me tell the ATC I'm ready to go to the runway. Okay. Did I ever consider taking a flight lesson? I have. I really did. I really thought about it, but I just need time. And currently, right now, with my other two jobs that I'm working, I just don't have the time to do it. And the money is another issue. Honestly, I got so many other finances that I have to take care of. So it's two things that's stopping me. It's financial reason and time consuming. So financially and time consuming. But you never know if once I take care of my financial situation, once I have more free time, if this YouTube thing would work for me, if I could like jumpstart this career with YouTube, I would be able to have time to pay for that, to get my, pilot license and work from there. But because the airport is not that far from me, as a matter of fact, one of the airports here, it's not that far from me. It's a private airport. It's actually a county. I'm sorry, a county airport. It's a county airport, but you got a lot of schools. I mean, they're like right there. I'm like right across, dude. I live right next to the airport, actually, guys. A county airport. Dude, I'm like, I know people say like you shouldn't have any. I mean, I would love to, but like I said, two things: financial reasons and time-consuming reasons. I don't have those. I don't have the luxury of that, And in order for me to do that, I have to have a luxury of that, Plus, you have to go check the physical. You have to be in a good health and all that stuff. There's so much. There's so much to take in consideration, But look, I never want to say never. Maybe 10 years from now, maybe I'll get it, right? So we'll see what happens. I never say never, Deacon, because you never know. Okay, let's see if the canopy is going to close by itself. Let's see. Nope, the canopy is not closing. That's not good. That's not good at all. I tried to close the canopy, but it's not working. Maybe it's the update on the airplane. Maybe once I take off, maybe it will close. Hopefully. This is so ridiculous. Even my weapons bay, it's open. Oh, you're gonna go to the beach? Nice. Over here it's raining in Miami, dude. It's like horrible, horrible rain. Like every afternoon, dude, there's like this terrible lightning. This is one of the things that sucks about living in South Florida. Every afternoon, like 12 o'clock, between 12 o'clock and 2 o'clock, for 2 hours, there's this horrible lightning thunderstorm, dude. Very severe thunderstorm. And it sucks, dude. Like every afternoon. Thank you, Brendan. Say hello to your aunt from me. I'm glad she's doing better. God bless her. So in Birmingham, in UK, it's been thunderstorms in the evening time. Interesting. All right, so now we're taxiing out to our runway. And the canopy is still open. We cannot close it. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Now, let's hope that the canopy will close. Let's hope. All right, let's see what happens. No, still nothing. This is very concerning, though. I'm gonna check the update to see, once I finish this flight, once I land to my destination, I'm gonna check and see if there's an update for this airplane. Okay, so we're on the runway 34R. We're good to go. There it is, 34R. All right, so the only thing left for us to do is to take off. Keep in mind, it's not me, it's there's a bug on this airplane, so I cannot close the canopy. Unfortunately, I cannot close it. I would love to close it, but I cannot close it, and I don't know why this is happening. Believe me, I tried everything. Thank you, Jose. I'll hang in there. I'll hang in there, man. I got the loving feeling right now. I have a loving feeling, Jose, that the canopy will close by itself. I have this loving feeling that the canopy will close by itself. All right. Let's see. Let's get ready. Oh my God, this is ridiculous. Oh, it closed by itself. Okay. The weapons bay is still open, and I cannot close the weapons bay. I think there's a bug. There's a bug or something I need to check out. To see, maybe I have to check out my loadout. I think something's wrong with the loadout. I should have checked the loadout before I have started the cold and start. Oh, we're going. Rest assured. We are going, ladies and gentlemen. We are doing this. And my camera is not working. Oh, there it is. We are doing this. Rest assured. Okay. Let's go. I know he does actually, but I think I know what the problem is, Jose. I think I have to go to my loadout. You know, the loadout. How much fuel do you want to put? Jettison fuel, and also what kind of you know, weight do you want the plane to be with in terms of loadout. So I think it's my loadout that I have to check. And we're gonna listen to some Avatar music while we're flying to our destination. Excuse me. We're gonna listen to some Avatar music. It makes it kind of cool. I just broke the sound barrier while I was doing it. By the way, we're listening to some Avatar soundtrack, you know, from James Horner while we're traveling. To our destination. Enjoy the flight, guys. Landing is one of the hardest things. Right, Jose? Well, we landed on the snow. Unfortunately, I lost the control. But we can still make it. We can still do it. Don't worry. It's all good. I'm Tom Cruise, man. I can make anything happen. Don't worry. Sorry about that, Jose. I know you spilled a little bit of that Corona, but it's all good. We made it. I'm sorry about your Bacon King, man. I didn't want that to happen. As long as Corona's okay. That's all that matters. We got 120 nautical miles left. We'll be all right. We have to dodge these clouds. God help us all. Dude, it's so dangerous, man. Zero visibility. How am I gonna land this thing? God help me. Oh no, we're done for, guys. Unfortunately, it's over. No, it's not over yet. Is it? Yeah, it's over. It's over. Unfortunately, we couldn't make it. It was such a terrible visibility, man. It was brutal. The visibility was just crazy. Let's go somewhere else this time. Yeah, look at that. There's the visibility here. It's just, ugh. Let's go somewhere where it's feasible, right? Let's go to let's go to Hawaii, like right here. And then let's do the Passover here. And then go to, let me see, Honolulu International. Yeah, let's do that. I'm sorry, guys. It's just that visibility in Utah and Montana, dude, it was just like horrible. Sorry, Jose, that I had to spill your Corona. I mean, the visibility, I mean, especially for the F-22 Raptor, in those kind of conditions, man, it's just brutal. And you got to remember, those Rocky Mountains, you know, they're like, they stretch all the way to Canada. And you got that zero visibility. It's really hard, man, to get what you need to get. Okay, so now let's do this. Let's do it. That's the volcano in Hawaii. At least the weather is good here in Hawaii. I think this is where they filmed the Jurassic Park, near Honolulu. Beautiful Hawaii, man. Ah. Oh, come on. Well, oh, God. I was about to make that Passover, right? Go around those two mountain ridges to that second island, and then to that around the second island, I was going to make the approach and then make that smooth landing. But unfortunately, this is where experience gets screwed up, because Microsoft Flight Simulator, a Sobo, but yeah, look, the thing with the Flight Simulator, Microsoft Flight Simulator, is it's still a work in development, and I think they are trying to do way too much at the same time. And one of the biggest problems with that is it takes a lot of pressure on the servers, right? I don't think they really thought about how much of a big servers they're going to need to keep this stable. I know they have Azure. Azure is pretty good, but looking at the demand of how many people are using a flight simulator on both consoles and the PC, these things will happen, you know. And it sucks that this happens because you want to enjoy the whole, you know, flying experience. But anyway, for what it's worth it, I hope you guys enjoy this. I wanted to do something special for Memorial Day, and I thought this was, you know, something that you guys might enjoy. I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did, you know, flying around Hawaii with the F-22. F-22 is a great airplane to do these like maneuvers, low flying maneuvers, and look at the scenery. F-22 Raptor. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. And Jose, sorry for your Bacon King and your Corona. I'll buy you another one. I'll get you another one. All right, so there you have it, guys. Happy Memorial Day. Stay safe, be good, and I'll see you soon. Cheers. And this is Maverick signing out.